she's here. Hey y'all, Shaphanie Nicole here, and I am so excited because the 2026 Overcomer Planner is now here. I finally finished her, and I want to show you guys some of the new updates that I have in the planner, the stickers, and everything. I love this planner. So let's stop talking and let's get right into the walkthrough. Okay, so we're going to start out with the landscape planner, and if you're more of a portrait girl, you can just skip ahead of the video. This is the cover option for the box version, and this is the cover option for the classic. Keep in mind that you can change these covers out, and I'll show you the covers at the end of the video. In order to open the planner, you can swipe or you can use the buckle. Landscape planners will always have the 2-page option. And if you like the landscape planner, but you like to hold your iPad this way, it's gonna look like this. What I like to do with the landscape planner, if I'm using it and I want to just view one page, but I do like the binder rings, I just zoom in and make it one page like that. So you do have that option. Landscape planners come with 9 color options for tabs, and I'm going to show you those. Of course, you have your classic black, you have pastel, and here are your new colors: wheat, plum, mocha, matcha, cobalt. I might be saying that word wrong. I always say cobalt. I don't know. Coffee and roasted peach. So in order to navigate throughout your planner, you do have your hyperlink tabs over here. If you want to get to your dashboard, you will use the middle rings. As you can see, they're highlighted right now. And this will always take you to your dashboard, no matter where you are in your planner. It will always take you to your dashboard. Here's an update with the new dashboard. I added these little dots here. So the dots are hyperlinked. The rest of this is not hyperlinked. Now this comes with 40 customizable sections. And of course you do have your video up here to show you. And then you get your extra pages, and all of these are hyperlinked. So let's go through the left side of the tabs. And you have your yearly overview, your goals, vision board, finances, to-do, extra pages, stickers, and the end of the year reflection is new this year. So let's look at our yearly overview. So you have your whole full calendar. All these are hyperlinked, of course. This will take you to your monthly calendar. If you tap on the month, the weeks, you can tap on those as well. Those are hyperlinked, and they will take you to that weekly overview, and the days are also hyperlinked. Now here, you can either swipe or you can tap on go to overview, and this is going to give you like where you can write your important dates for each month. Now let's look at our goals page, and we can swipe because everything is in order, or you can tap on your tab. So your goals page this year is completely different. The goals page was really basic the last couple of years, but with the theme of Overcomer Planner, I really wanted to give something that was more of a deep reflection. So we have word or theme for the year, quote, scripture, or mantra that you have for this upcoming year. What kind of person am I becoming this year? How do I want to live, feel, and show up? And then you have your core pillars of focus. And I did give an example just to help you understand what each category means. And then here you have your major goals for the year. And again, I give you like an example of how that would look. And then you have this box down here for some brain dumping notes, or you can even add inspirational stickers or motivational stickers as well. Also new this year, you have quarterly planning. These are hyperlinked. And remember, these are 2 pages. So if you can swipe or tap on the hyperlink, we have quarter 1 here, and you'll see that it tells you it's between January and March, and your priorities for this quarter, why it matters, and key outcome that you're looking for. And then you have your calendars down here as well. These are also hyperlinked to the week, day, and the monthly calendar. And then here's quarter 2 over here. And then if you tap here, you'll see that these are hyperlinked as well to quarter 3 and quarter 4. Now, if you swipe, of course, you're going to go to your vision board. And here's your vision board. Okay, after vision board is finances, and that's how your finance page looks. I have an affirmation at the bottom. I welcome impeccable financial wellness. The finances run from January to December, so there is a finance page for each month. Now we have our to-do. We have our prioritized view right here, and then we have a full view. And then we have our extra pages. And then you have a page for stickers. And then, of course, here's that new page, which is the end of the year reflection. Looking back on the year, we have our word or theme of the year. What was it? And how did it show up in your life? And this year, what did you overcome? Or this year, I overcame by your core pillars of focus, your top 5 victories, and why they mattered. And then down here, you just have some space for a brain dump or whatever you want to use it for. And then challenges and lessons learned. What challenges did you face this year and what it taught you? And then we have grace and gratitude. Grace I'm grateful for. People, moments that blessed me. Ways I was strengthened by faith. And then you have alignment and reset. I'm releasing. I'm carrying forward. Beliefs, fears, or habits that no longer serve me. Strengths or lessons that will guide me into the new year. So now let's get into a monthly section, and then I will switch over once we get to the weekly view because those are the only things that are different within the classic and box. So your tabs on the right side, which are your months, they are hyperlinked and they take you right here to this page. This page is different. This year you have extra notes, and it says chapter 1 of 26 and then January. And then on this side, you still have your mini goals. And you can use your quarterly planning to help you fill this part out if you want to. And then you have your steps to achieve goal, and then you have your target date priority. You have your vision board and another notes page. And this is the monthly calendar, and it is very different this year. The boxes are a bit bigger. I wanted to give you more space in your boxes, so I decided to put like the month's priorities and the to-do on the right side. And so you still have this little space here, but you will notice that now you see like which week it is, and these weeks are actually hyperlinked. So it will take you to week 1 if you want to go to week 1. And then week 52, it'll take you to your weeks. And they're also hyperlinked on the days, and these go straight across. So you don't have to technically tap on the number like so. You can tap like a little off, and it'll still take you to that day of the week. I did take away a lot of the priority boxes only because, I mean, technically you're supposed to have at least 2 to 3 main priorities for the month, and then you have your monthly to do. So we're going with alignment here in this planner, so I want to make sure I'm giving you what is needed for alignment with your goals and everything. And the title is also different here. So let's just look at one that is completely bare. You will see instead of it saying weekly, it'll say week and whatever week it is. So week 1, and then my intention for the week, priorities for the week, weekly to do, self-care, and you have your habit tracker here. And then I'm going to show you one filled out. That's how one looks filled out. And then on this side, you can put your different widgets, or you can use it for notes or brain dumps, whatever you want to use it for. But I just did that to give an example. Now, your weekly page, you have hyperlinks as well. I'm not going to go over the icons yet until we get to the daily page, which will show you all of the icons. But your weekly page does have hyperlinks up here, and the days of the week are also hyperlinked. So if you tap on the day, it'll take you to that daily page. Let me just go ahead and show you how the box one looks. All right, so this is how the box layout looks, completely clean. You have your this week's priorities, your weekly to do, and then these 2 sections here are for widgets, notes, brain dump, whatever you want to have it for. And then if you tap on the day, it will take you to your monthly page. Okay, and then show you how one looks filled out. And I love the new stickers for this year. I can't wait to show you those as well. Let's go to a daily. So the dailies in the box and the classic look exactly the same. You're going to get today's affirmation, today I'm grateful for, today's priorities, today's to-do list, meals, and this is different. This used to be for tomorrow, but I decided to put my wins this time because we need to make space for those small wins that we have in life on a daily basis. So I put my wins instead. Now, if you want for tomorrow, you can always use a widget for that, some sort of widget for that. And then this is how one looks filled out. And now let's go over the icons. This used to be at link, and this was for your Apple integration. So now it's a plus sign. What's great about this now is I've actually linked. This is synced with the calendar for that day. So if you wanted to add something for December 29th on your Apple calendar, you now don't have to change the date. Last time you had to change the date yourself, but now you don't have to do that. So each one is linked. Okay, so you have that. And then now you have your goals, vision board, monthly calendar. This takes you back to your weekly page. And this is your monthly reflection. Now, what's new also is the weekly reflection. You now have a weekly reflection. Remember that we're going for making space for deeper reflection and really committing to our goals. So here, and it's very easy to fill out as well. So you'll see that it says week 52. It lets you know what week you're still in and it has your date here. And the good thing is you can access this page on your weekly layout on both classic and boxed, and also on the daily page as well. So the weekly, my top 3 wins for the week, hence why the daily page has my wins now. My top 3 challenges this week, I felt most aligned when, I felt fueled when, I felt resistance during, grace I'm grateful for, overcomer moments, opportunities to overcome, I'll continue to. And then you have your wellness check-in here, personal growth, self-care, stress, productivity, learning, my overall mood, financial, and then you have some blank spaces here if you want to add something. And then on this side, you have release and reset. This week, I'm letting go of the word phrase I'm carrying into next week is. And then you have your notes section here. I also want to show you the monthly section because it has completely changed. So my top 3 wins for the month. What milestones did I reach? My top 3 challenges for the month, lessons learned or lesson learned. What drained me? What energized me? Highlights memories worth holding on to. Did your actions reflect your faith, core values, purpose? Why or why not? And then you have your monthly check-in with your wellness and your overall life. And then up here you have I choose to release habit, fears, or distractions. I want to continue nurturing. Next month's focus. And then here you have a cute little quote. Grace carried me when striving could not. And then your notes section. So yeah, that is the entire planner. So each section, each monthly looks exactly the same. And then if you want to get back to your home, you do so that way. Now, if you want to see the portrait planner, keep watching this video. But if you want to see the stickers and the widgets, go ahead and move forward. It's time to take a walk through the portrait planner. So this is the cover of the Overcomer planner. This is for the classic style, and this one is for box. You can change out the covers as well. All right, so to open up the portrait planner, you can either swipe or you can use the spiral here. Now there are 9 color options for the tabs. Of course, your black tabs, your pastel, and you have 7 new colors. Let's start with the dashboard. And in order to get to the dashboard, you will use your spiral, or you'll see the tab down at the bottom. And you could be anywhere within your planner, and it's going to take you directly back to that dashboard. There are over 30 customizable sections. You'll see a dot right here, which is hyperlinked, and it's hyperlinked to take you to that section, right? And then you have your extra pages at the bottom, and these are hyperlinked, so they will take you directly to that page. Okay? Now let's go over the yearly. So these are hyperlinked here. This is your yearly calendar, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see. So you'll have your month, which takes you directly to your monthly calendar here. And then you have your weeklies, your weeks here, which takes you directly to your weekly page. And each day will take you directly to that day. Now you can swipe here to take you to your overview, or you can use the hyperlink where it says go to overview. But here's your overview. Your overview, the monthly, each month is linked directly to your monthly view. And then here's where you can write in important dates. Right? And then if you swipe, you'll go to your goals, or you can tap here. So the goals page is completely different. It's very minimal the last couple of years, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to do some really deep reflecting. You have your yearly vision. What is your word or theme for the year? Your quote, scripture, mantra. What kind of person am I becoming this year? And how do I want to feel, live, and show up for the year? And then you have your core pillars of focus. So you'll have your pillar, your why it matters, intention, and strength you'll lean on. And I gave an example right here just to help you with that. And then you have your major goals. And then I gave you another example of how that looks. Another new update is quarterly plans. You can swipe, or you'll see these on each page. And then here's how your quarterly looks. It'll start with quarter one. You have your priorities this quarter, why it matters, and key outcome. And then you have your action steps here. So you have January. These are hyperlinked. So this will take you to your monthly view, and you have your weeks over here. That'll take you to that weekly page. And then you have your days over here. And then you have your vision board. And then you have your finances, and these will run from January to December. And then you have your to-do. You have your prioritized view. And then if you swipe or tap, you have your full view. And then this is new this year. Also, end of the year reflection. So you have looking back on the year, word theme of the year. How did this theme word show up in my life? And then you have your victories and growth, my top 5 victories, why they matter. And then you have challenges and lessons learned, challenges faced, and what they taught me. You have grace and gratitude, grace I'm grateful for, people, moments that blessed me, ways I was strengthened by faith. And then down here, alignment and reset. I'm releasing, I'm carrying forward beliefs, fears, or habits that no longer serve me, and strengths or lessons that will guide me into the new year. So now let's go to the monthly sections. So if you tap on that, it takes you to the first page of the monthly section. And here, this is new. I added in a notes area here. And then down at the bottom, it says chapter 1 of 26, January. And if you swipe, you'll go to your goals. So you have your 3 mini goals and your steps to achieve the goal and your target date priority. And you can also use the quarterly planning for this, which is great. So everything is pretty much in alignment. Let's swipe over. Also, the title has changed as well. And this is your vision board. You'll see the vision board right here. And this is the monthly calendar. So that has changed as well. Your boxes are a bit bigger. You will notice that you'll see the weeks on the side here in gray. And these basically take you to your weekly view. Okay, and then here you have your this month's priorities and monthly to do. And then you have your notes section here that you can use for stickers, widgets, brain dump, whatever you want it to be for. Also, each day is linked, so it takes you to that daily. I'm going to tap here to show you the classic version. You will notice here that it says week 1. That's different as well. This is also new weekly reflection, and we'll go over that momentarily. These are linked to each day of the week. Okay, so that's how the box version looks. And I do love the bigger boxes because you can put like different widgets in here as well. And now I'm going to show you how they look filled out. So that's how the box version looks filled out. And this is how the weekly, the classic looks filled out. And again, you can still use widgets here as well and right in here. So I'm just giving you, to give you an example of how that would look. Both in the box layout and the classic layout, the daily pages are exactly the same. The only thing is different is the weekly page. For the daily page, you have your today's affirmation, today I'm grateful for, your priorities, to-do lists, meals, and this is different. Instead of this saying for tomorrow or notes, it now says my wins, right? And then I'll show you one filled out. That's how one looks filled out. And then let's go over the icons here. So this is your Apple integration icon. What's cool about this now is that she is linked to the actual day. So if you're trying to create something for, let's say, December 29th, when you pull it up on your Apple calendar, you're actually going to see that day. This is your goals icon. This is your vision board icon, your monthly calendar icon, your weekly view icon, and this takes you to your monthly reflection. And then this is your weekly reflection. You have your top 3 wins for the week. You have your top 3 challenges for the week. And then you have the space for deeper reflection. I felt most aligned when, I felt fueled when, I felt resistance during. Grace, I'm grateful for overcomer moments, opportunities to overcome. I'll continue to. And then you have your alignment and reset. You rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, personal growth, self-care, stress, productivity, learning, my overall mood, financial. And then I made some spaces if you wanted to add something else. And then you have your little section for notes. And then the monthly is also changed a lot, more so for deeper reflection, of course. You have your 3 wins for the month. What milestones did you reach? Highlights, memories worth holding on to. My top 3 challenges, lessons learned, what drained me, what energized me. Did your actions reflect your faith, core values, purpose? Why or why not? Wellness check-in, overall life check-in, reset and prepare. I choose to release what I want to continue nurturing, next month's focus. And then a notes section. So that's how every monthly section looks in this plan. Okay, so now we're going to go over the covers, stickers, widgets. These are the covers for the portrait planner, and there are over 40 covers. And these are for your landscape planners. And here are the stickers. They're so cute. We got a laptop with a cheetah case. You have a little lounge chair here. This cute little keyboard. You have your Apple Watch. You have a little necklace. This is cute because it actually looks like my keys. And then you have this cute little AirPods case with the little AirPods inside. You have your little iMac here. You have your little iPad with this little magic keyboard, glasses, a little lipstick, a perfume oil. So cute. And then you have some quotes here. And then you have some more stickers like this cute little chair, another iPad with a weekly page on there. You have one with the little, you have your little clipboard, the little cork board. Oh, it's so cute. Binder clip, and then you have your little washi tape and some of these lined post-its. Okay, so now I have the widgets and functional labels pulled up. You get the mood emojis, and then you have your labels here. Y'all, there are 7 different color options. I remember last time I only gave when I was doing like that, I gave 2 color options for labels, which were black and white and then a pink a couple years ago. But now we're doing more labels. Way more labels. That's your labels. And then same thing for your widgets. You get all of those covers. So they're over, and there are 135 widgets. So this is over 700 widgets. And then with this one, it was 83. So it's over 500. And that is it. That's what you're getting. So you do get a Monday, Sunday start with the planners, the box, and classic layout. Also, if you use an app other than GoodNotes, keep in mind that you do get the all other apps, which the doodles are right here. And then your functional stickers, I did organize those as well. So everything's not jumbled up together. Okay. And that is it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know on Etsy or the website or in the comments. And thank you for going through viewing this planner with me. I'm super excited for its release. And that's it, guys. Happy planning. Bye.